よりもよほどスベスベしてて、少し手にくっついてくる。律儀に守ってくれるんだな。
ご主人様のお体を先に拭かせてください。
This is the second part of this story. In the first part we saw that Michio had bought Roxanne from Alan, and now he took her to a hotel and asked for a room. The receptionist asked him if the double room would work, and he said yes. They went to the room and Roxanne was nervous. He told her to leave her luggage and asked her to touch her ears. She sat with him, and he touched the ears. He was excited but controlled himself. He told her that this room had only one room and she told him that he was the one who asked for such a room. Michio realized that the receptionist did this on purpose. Now he told her that he came from far away and he couldn't make her understand where he came from and told her that she had to tell her about the common knowledge of this country, and she said okay. Now she started placing her clothes and he saw her bare feet. He asked for her sandals, but she told him she didn't have any. So, he gave her a pair of large sandals for her, but they adjusted to her size because it was the property of the equipment there, but Michio didn't know about it before. She again started her work, but he grabbed her with lust. Now they went out to buy some equipment for the fight and she was staring at a shield. They selected one and bought some other useful things too. Now they went to a shop for a gown, and she was confused about selecting one, so she asked for Michio's opinion. He was also confused and nervous about selecting the right one, but when he selected one it came out the right one. Now he asked if she wanted something for the special occasion, and she told him that she wanted new undergarments. He said okay. Now the day was about to end, and they returned to the hotel. She was standing in embarrassment, and he told her to sit. She sat on the floor, but he told her to sit with him. He asked about sleeping and she told him that she would sleep on the floor because he was the master and she couldn't sleep with him, but he told her that she would sleep with him on the bed. She agreed and he tried to hold her, but she stood up and told him that she had to maintain the equipment. She saw the sword and told him that it wasn't in good condition, so he had to apply oil on it. She told him that she wanted to use her old underwear for that purpose and told him to get the dinner, but he told her that they would eat together, and she also agreed with that. Now she stood up to change her underwear and he was watching her, but he realized that it was embarrassing for her, so he turned but was still looking at her. She changed her panties and started applying olive oil to the sword. The waiter came and gave him the hot water. Now it was the time. He was a little shy but started removing his clothes and Roxanne started cleaning his back. He asked if she used a bath, and she said yes, but they couldn't make it because it needed a lot of money. Now it was her turn and he told her to remove her clothes. He had lusted to see her without clothes, so he started cleaning her back and tried to see her body. So he held her and started touching her chest. He was excited and lusty. She was enjoying it. He suddenly realized that he had taken a long time, so he started cleaning her tail. He asked if she could move it, and in doggy style, she started moving her tail and he was unable to control his lust. Now he washed her hair and now she started washing his hair. He was feeling like paradise because she was bouncy. He tried to grab her hands and she ran away and asked if she could wear the clothes. But he told her that might be next time and told her to remove her undergarments and summoned her to the bed. She sat with her, and he touched her lips, and she closed her eyes. He started kissing very gently and thought that next time it would be rough. They were in position, and he told her that she would wake him up with a kiss and would also kiss him at night. She said okay and he asked to touch her. She allowed him, and he started touching her with his hands and now with his mouth. She was excited and lusted. He got her permission and started doing it. Although it was the best night of Michio's life, the next morning she kissed him, and he was enjoying it. Now they started dressing up and he asked her about increasing his skill. She told him about a stone that could increase the skill of its owner, and when he opened the window, he was amazed to see Roxanne's beauty. He gave her an armor to wear and when she wore it, her body curves were prominent. He was lusted, so gave her the other armor. Now they went out and he took her to a side and opened the magical door. She was also surprised to watch Michio's abilities. He told her that the magic door was a secret and she promised to keep it. Roxanne told him that she could smell the presence of monsters and he was happy to know that she also told him about the magic stone that can absorb the magical power of monsters, and it was a great treasure to the guild. Michio was ashamed that he always killed the monsters but never gathered the power. He was guilty, but Roxanne cheered him up and they faced a monster. Michio killed the monster in one move and Roxanne was amazed. Now she started showing him the way and he was after her. They went to the hotel, and they had done a pretty good job. She told him that before she wasn't allowed to participate in battles, but she enjoyed the experience of fighting, and he told her to sit. He told her that she could sit with him whenever she wanted and asked if she was okay with that, and she told him that it was okay with her. He held her and asked her to taste her ears. She told him that her ears were tasteless and when he touched them, he was enjoying it. She asked him about his homeland, and he started telling her about his homeland and told her that he would always keep her by his side. He also told him that he would add more people to his party, and she permitted him. They went to the guild and bought 2 black stones because they had no magical powers, but Roxanne told him that stones would change color according to their magical power. Now they went to the labyrinth, and he had killed a lot of monsters, and when he asked Roxanne about the multi-attack spell, she told him that only mages could use it. They started moving and killing, and he thought that he was also blessed and could kill the monsters using his skills. Roxanne told him to check his stone, and when he checked, the color had changed. He suddenly realized that he also could accelerate the stone's power, and after killing a few more monsters, when he checked the stone, it was purple. Roxanne asked how this happened, and he told her that it was a secret. Now he checked their status and levels and asked Roxanne about increasing it, and she told him that after fighting with their hands their levels could increase. When he tried, he didn't succeed and used his sword, but when Roxanne was fighting, he was surprised to see her moves because she was fast and delicate. He also helped her, and when he asked her, she told him that it was a game of focus, and he checked his levels, but they were the same. But Roxanne's levels were increased now. He also started attacking with his arms and killed a monster with a single punch. Roxanne was surprised, and she also didn't know about her level increment. In the hotel, she told him that she wasn't very useful to him, but Michio praised her help in searching for the monsters, and she was happy to hear that. Now he started removing her clothes for cleaning. He touched her soft and smooth hands, and she was a little shy while undressing. He started with the chest, and she was stopping him because he was her master. But Michio was enjoying it and didn't want to stop. Now he even cleaned her legs and the most delicate part. She was lusted, and now he removed his clothes and they started intermating. The next day in the labyrinth, she showed him the waiting room which could lead them to the next level. Roxanne also told him that inside would be a monster with greater power than the other ones, so they had to win and then go to the next level. She was very excited, and they went inside. Suddenly a monster appeared, and she started fighting, but he was watching it. When he tried to attack, it was useless, but when he tried for the second time, he killed it. He asked if she was okay, and she said yes. Now she saw a leaf and grabbed it. When he checked, he came to know that her level had increased to the herbalist, and he asked her if she knew about the beast attack power, but she was unfamiliar with that skill. He decided to go back and attack the monster again to get the herbalist's ability. When he went out, he was in the jungle. He thought that it might be shameful for him to be in front of Roxanne, so he told her that he was experimenting something, and she praised him. Now they again fought with the monster, and he killed it. He got the leaf and was successful in making the tablets with it. Roxanne told him that there were some other tablets too, and he was ashamed that she didn't tell him before. Now they went to the guild and bought the tablets with different abilities. Now they again went to the labyrinth, which was the second level. There were two monsters, and one of them was the caterpillar. When he killed it, they got the thread. While going, Michio asked, and Roxanne told him about the division of the monsters in the labyrinth levels. They saw two monsters and he killed one of them. Suddenly the other one attacked him, and he was bound, but he attacked back and killed it. She was guilty that she didn't succeed in helping him, but he was fine. Now they were walking, and he thought that the problems were getting worse day by day. Suddenly he stopped her and asked to see the man that was hiding. When she saw him, the man was peeking at Alan's market. They went to Alan and told him about the man, but Alan wasn't very serious. They made him believe in them, and Alan trusted them. He told them that it might belong to Michio and the man who had stolen the bandana, because the man was sold yesterday, and the buyer was talking with him suspiciously. They understood their plan, that they wanted to enter the market at night, but Alan told him that he had some slaves that could fight with them, so he didn't have to be worried. He stood up to leave, but Roxanne was sad, and she told him that there was an old lady who took care of her, and now Roxanne was worried about her. He understood and went to Alan. Michio asked him to hire him as a guard, and Alan agreed with that. He told him his salary and said the intelligence cards and the stuff would belong to Michio too. Alan said goodbye to them and told them to come at midnight from the back entrance. They were going, and Roxanne apologized for her behavior, and he accepted it. At night she started kissing him and woke him up. They dressed up and went to Alan. He welcomed them and showed the other guards. Alan told them to hide and turned off the light. What will happen next in this story? Subscribe to the channel for the latest updates.